All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes, maybe a minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and get moving forward. See if anybody else pops in. Hey.
Just happy I had the text message come in. I would have forgotten it otherwise.
Oh, good. I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Might not be able to say the whole deal because I do have other appointment at 1 o'clock, but so I might have to bow out just a little bit early.
All right, no problem. We record these, so if you miss
Oh, do
anything, we'll
you?
go ahead and send it.
Okay, great.
And we usually last about half an hour,
Oh,
so
I
you
see.
should be good either way.
Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump into it and get started. So my name is Molly. I'm with the sales team here at RSP. We also have Hannah here joining us, who's in the marketing department here. Um, she'll be answering questions, anything in the chat, or go ahead and feel free. It's a small group today, so just feel free to jump into whichever way you feel most comfortable with.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so let's go. Uh,
All right.
So I don't know how familiar you guys are with RSP, but we've been around for about 28 years. We have over 5,000 five-star reviews across the different review platforms. So, check out whichever one you like, see what they have to say about us. Our target farming program is patented, and we're definitely designed to increase listings. So, nobody's quite doing it the same way we are. The two things that kind of set us apart are the data we provide. We love our data. We're always looking at how we can improve, what's working, things like that. But we provide you with lots of data about where to farm. So we take a look at the neighborhoods and areas near you that are going to produce what you're looking for. And then we automate a lot of the processes. We know being an agent is busy, so we want to make sure we handle as much of that as we can. And so you can focus on selling. We do also offer that concierge level of support, so which we'll get into on the next slide, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're farming with us, we provide an exclusive territory. When you choose a neighborhood to farm, we do not sell that to any other agent. It's reserved for you alone. And then we mentioned our smart targeting and the data we provide. We use MLS and tax roll to get you in front of the most qualified prospects. A lot of systems, they look at a whole zip code or a whole mail route, and we like to break it down to the neighborhood level to really find those pockets that are going to produce for you. We have a lot of different statistics and information as far as what that looks like, which we'll get into again. As far as the concierge design and delivery, we assign a marketing assistant to you who handles all the design details as far as making sure what we send out is on brand, looks nice. It's got up-to-date information. They also handle scrubbing your list to make sure you're getting in front of the right people. So we scrub out vacant properties. We scrub out people on the do not mail list. We scrub out LLCs, and we scrub out trusts. But it's a custom scrub for you. So if you want to leave trusts in for your area, we're happy to do that as well. All right, let me pull up the product that we send out. Here's a sample of it. It's 8.5 by 11, right? And then it folds in the middle there, where it says Kingsview Market Update. So this is the front of what they see when they pull it out of the mailbox. The background picture, we have a couple thousand different ones to choose from. But if you have something local that you want to feature there, we're happy to do that as well. We always make sure to mail it to the first name, last name, and the address of the homeowner, so they know it's a custom piece for their individual property. Now, here's the back of what they see when they pull it out of the mailbox. This paragraph here, we write for you, but let's say you're mailing in your own community and you want to mention that, hey, I've lived here for 10 years, I'm your neighbor, anything like that, we're happy to include. Of course, if you have any If you have any, anything going on the market soon, anything like that, that would be good to mention as well. All of your contact information will go down here. If you have any QR codes of your own or social media handles, we'll throw those in as well. And then this map, I'm going to come back to this map. Here's the inside and really kind of the meat and the potatoes of what we produce. It tells all your prospects all the recent sales of the area, right? We do list price, sold price, price differential, days on market. We also do the neighborhood name, which I feel like helps a lot of people understand and relate to the address a little better. I know my area is very subdivided, and I would never get it if it was just the address alone. So here at the bottom, we have space for 3 featured properties. By default, we'll put your last 3 MLS events, but if they don't relate to the area that you're farming in, we can use anything of yours or anything of your agencies, or we can put this map down there. Now, this map is pretty cool. The little blue home is always the map is always the home we're mailing to. So they should recognize where they are in the neighborhood, their street name, things like that, all the solds around them. And then if they scan this QR code or go to the website myhomes.com and enter the code for their home, we skip trace their information for you, and we provide you with their name, their phone number, their email address, as well as their physical address, so you can follow up as you see fit. And one thing I really like about that is our data shows that anybody who scans that QR code or goes to the website is 5 times more likely to put their home in the market in the next 90 days. So those are some nice leads to follow up with. Here is that website. If they go directly to the website, this is where it takes them to. And of course, if they scan that QR code, it'll take them directly to the one for their house. Now, we provide a best estimate and a range, of course, because we want to give them a little bit of information, but the real goal is for them to pick up the phone and call you up and say, hey, come tell me what my home is worth, right? So we do provide that range as well. Here's a Google Street View of the home. And then right here is all your contact information. And your headshot will go right here. Angela Agent's headshot isn't working right now. But my demo page. Anyways, for that, if they click any of these buttons to get a free complimentary property assessment or comparative market analysis, anything like that, we'll get you this information right away as well, because obviously they're very high intent individual if they're clicking on any of these buttons and filling out additional information. Down here at the bottom, I do like that we say, hey, this is a computer algorithm. It doesn't factor in your special features or anything else. You really need to call our agent if you want to know what's going on with your home. Now, back to this. The other thing that happens when they scan that QR code, we provide you with all of their contact information via text and email. Well, we text you and say, hey, somebody scanned the QR code. All their information is in your email. We also put them on a drip campaign, which we call our fast track follow-up. And we send them a postcard a week for the next 6 weeks. I do really like that because we already know they're checking their mail and interacting with the things they're seeing in there. So it's a form of communication they're already engaged with. So all of those postcards are real estate themed. They're all branded with your information, your headshot, things like that. Now, do you guys have any questions about what we send out or what that looks like? Oh, Morgan, I think you're muted.
Very straightforward from where I'm sitting. I've been using your postcard.
Can you hear me now? Oh, that happened. Hello?
Hi, Morgan.
Okay, hi, how you doing? So they click on this QR code and you give us all that lead information, and you're saying if they say we contact them and they, or click on something else for a CMA, you'll provide that CMA as well?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Interesting. And like how How's that done? Is that like AI generated, or is a human being doing that?
No, it's a computer algorithm, just like most of those that you see on Zillow and things like that.
Yeah.
That's why we definitely get that range. It is an algorithm, so it's not. It's the real goal is to give them enough information for them to go ahead and give you a call. We don't want them to have that feeling that anything in there is set in stone
Okay.
because there's so many factors that we can't see at that stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a disclaimer you have there.
Oh yeah, and we put that on there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been
Mhm.
using your postcard system now for about 5 or 6 years.
Oh, we'd love to hear that, William. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been working out very well. In fact, I'm just putting a new one together right now. That's what
Good.
I was just curious to see what this side of it was about, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, we definitely offer discounts for our postcards, so I'm excited to tell you about that when we
Well,
get there.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, William,
Um,
what have you been doing with them for 5 or 6 years?
Been using their postcard system.
This.
Yeah, it's
That
been
you're
very
selling right
good.
now.
no, our postcards a little bit different. They're just standard,
Oh,
just sold,
okay,
just listed
okay.
postcards, things
Yeah,
like
a
that.
whole different
Mm-hmm.
system. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. But with this system, we typically mail out every 60 days, which seems to be a good cadence for most areas. It provides new information. People start getting excited for it, looking for it. It's often enough to capture their attention, but not too much where the information is stale or, not relevant.
Yeah.
We're happy to mail out every 30 days or every 45 days if that works better for your area. And like William was saying, we do have a lot of postcard products. So if you do want to stay in front of your customer on that 30-day cadence, we can always throw in some postcards on the off months. And then we talked about the real-time lead capture where they scan that QR code, we provide their contact information and that follow-up drip where we send a postcard a week for the next 6 weeks. That first postcard goes out within 24 hours. So it is definitely a fast track.
Okay.
Now, here's one thing that I always like to talk about. Farming is definitely a long-term investment. With that, with our years of doing this, we know that most of our agents see their first listing between the 4th and the 8th mailer. A lot of them get it on that first, second, or third, but the 4th to the 8th mailer is definitely the sweet spot where you've built that trust, you've built that relationship and that branding, and there's an uptick of activity between that time. So, of course, consistency is key, as with all, marketing, and follow-up is always awesome. The other thing I like to talk about on this one is the type of what this really looks like on a day-to-day. A lot of lead generation, they give you 200 people and you're picking up the phone and trying to call and figure out which couple of them are actually interested in buying and selling their home. With our system, the quantity is going to be a lot smaller. And in general, they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to call William. Hey, William, come check out my home. Tell me what it's worth. Hey, Morgan, let me know when you're available, rather than you putting in the effort of calling and sorting and figuring out which one of those leads are qualified and which ones are not.
Yeah.
And they're definitely those listing inquiry leads. If they're picking up the phone and calling you and looking for that, there's a level of seriousness to that. Okay, now with the target farming reports, we do have a $39 monthly fee, which covers your exclusivity, your marketing assistant, all those websites we were looking at, and all of follow-up, right? So none of that, all of that is included with that $39 monthly fee. Then each of the reports are $1.24, with 76 cents of that being postage. So postage, printing, everything from our office directly to your potential clients for $1.24 each. We have a 300 report minimum, mailing out every 60 days, and a 6 mailing commitment. So most of the time, it's about a year program when you sign up with Target Farming.
So 300 minimum every 60 days, and how many month commitment?
It's a 6 mailing commitment. So if you're mailing
6
out
mailing.
faster, yes, yes. So it's about a year program if you
One
stick to
year.
the standards. Here's another way that we look at the pricing that's more so how we bill. This right here is sticking with that 300 minimum. So that first monthly fee of $39 we collect when you sign up, and that engages onboarding. Right. And so we start looking at your list, we start coming up with your design, we start collecting your headshot, things like that, taking care of those details. It is fully refundable up until that first mailing, up until that first printing, I should say, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. With that first mailing, it's $1.24 per mailer. If we stick to the minimums, it's about 300, which comes out to $372. And then we're off, running, good to go. We assign that marketing assistant to you and handle the old process.
So that's
Now,
all inclusive, the $1.24
all inclusive.
for the mailing and whole works. Okay. So
And the whole works. Yep. Between that monthly fee and the $1.24, we've got you covered.
Yeah.
Also, Hannah's going to put a link to a calendar in the comment or in the chat around here. And any of our salespeople have a code to make that monthly fee come down for $10 for the first year. So definitely, let us know if you want help signing up. We're happy to get in there and check out some areas with you. Speaking of checking out areas, let's go ahead and check out the map and look at some areas nearby. I'm going to go ahead and use my old neighborhood in Phoenix. So the zip code there is 85044.
That's a long ways to go.
Now, here we're just getting everything into the algorithm, right? I am obviously not an agent, so I'm not going to identify myself, but I do encourage each of you to. When you identify yourself, we're able to pull the MLS information and look at your recent sales and where you've had success before, and include that information as we look at different areas that might be a good target farm for you. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick a random agency to get me to the next step. Okay, so refine your target. Here's more of just getting into the algorithm. I'm going to select single family homes. My price range, I'm going to go from 450, why not, to 2 million.
I keep paying attention too, because
now this is my old address. Phoenix, Arizona. All right, and I'm going to generate my top 50 farm areas near there. Now, what we're doing is we're kind of putting a pinpoint in the map there and like drawing a circle 10 miles around that to look at those areas. That's what this right here is as far as the driving distance. So there is also there will be some instructions here as well. We're going to skip those for now because you guys have me. And also feel free to follow along. I don't know if you caught that, but I was on our website, rspusa.com. So all of this information is available there, and you're more than welcome to jump in and play with it as well. Now, here we go. Usually little green dots up here, and I'm not sure why that didn't happen right now, but as I click on them, they're popping up, so I'm not too worried about it.
It's the same map I use with my postcard work.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All righty. So I'm just going to take a look at the number one here. Of course, this is the little card that we have. So this is Clubhouse Estates at the Foothills. It's 24 single family homes, 3.1 miles from that from my old address that I put in there before. The average price is 1.1 million, and it's a 5.8% turnover rate over 5 years. So that kind of gives you a snapshot of what's going on in that area.
Sure.
As you can see, everything has points. So I'm going to click in here and talk about those points. The points are just what we made up and how we grade it, right?
Yeah.
Whoop, too far. Okay, so the average turnover rate of that 10 miles around that house, that the address I put in, is 3% over 5 years. With this turnover rate of 5.8%, it's significantly stronger than the average. So it suggests there's more listings to come. The average sale price was in the middle third of the price range I put in there. So I got a couple of points of that. Everybody likes to make more money, so that one's pretty obvious. We also analyze if somebody has 30% or more of the listings in the area. And if they do, we take away points because we want a place that's wide open for you to become the dominant agent, not where we have to fight somebody out of there.
Mhm.
This one only has 24 units. It doesn't mean it's a bad area. We just have to take that into consideration as we look at all the statistics and the data of the area. The agency I selected does not have a strong market share in this area, so we did not get any points for that. But it is close to that base location, so we got a couple points for that. So those are the things that we analyze and keep in mind. And the other thing I didn't point out is this is the top 50 areas of 614 analyzed. So there's still, I'm sure, a lot of good areas near here that aren't in the top 50. We can also play with all those filters that we were looking at before up here. So 450 to 2 million single family homes. I'm going to bring this range down to 5 miles and look at that. There we go.
I have a client moving to Gilbert.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Very neat. Gilbert's beautiful. The other way to look at areas is if you have something in mind, let's say you really want to look at what's happening in your neighborhood, you can always pull it up by the zip code. So here and over here, there's always zip code selectors. I'm going to go ahead and pull up 85044, and we can take a look at what's going on in that zip code. So Ahwatukee Country Club, there we go. We can also change the way we're sorting in this view. So I always like to sort by number sold because that brings not just the tiny areas with large turnover rates to the front, but it's a good balance of turnover rate and area size.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and I'm going to do, I love this neighborhood, Ahwatukee Custom Estates Equestrian. I'm going to add that to my cart. So when that happens, once you're over that 300 limit, a thing pops up and says, hey, you're over the 300 minimum. And you can see over here what that looks like. The Lock in Your Farm button will become illuminated, and you're more than welcome to fill in any information and lock in that way, or give us a call, whichever way works better for you. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I do encourage you, while you play with this, to check out that ROI calculator, because this one is, well, this is a pretty, the average sale price in this neighborhood is 1.7, saying like 2.5 commission, and let's go with an 80% split. You can really see how this can add up. You know, if the ROI calculator is predicting 2 transactions with after all of our fees and everything with 63,000 coming back to the agent. So there's a lot of good information here.
That's on one mailing?
No, that's over the year.
6 over the year.
Yeah, that's the ROI calculator is the whole year program.
Gotcha. Okay.
One thing that when I was on our main website, I didn't point out, and
year,
I always.
I'm sorry to interrupt. A year, $2,700. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, if you stick to the minimums.
Yeah.
This is one of my new favorite things. I've been watching this climb for the whole year. 259 agents won 451 listings in the past 60 days, totaling 387 million. Agents farming, and those are things they've won in their farm. So I always like watching that all year long, seeing how high we can get. In 2025, it was 1.8 billion. So we've seen some really good results that we're pretty proud of.
Is that nationwide?
Yes, nationwide.
Yeah, okay.
Can I just ask you out of curiosity to put in my zip code? Like we're in a pretty
Mm.
exclusive city here in South Florida.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like I say, there's a couple agents that kind of have a I don't dominate fairly well. They don't dominate, but have a very big presence.
Yeah, let's
And
go
I'm
for
trying
it.
to,
If
the
you
way
don't
I've been
mind everybody
farming,
seeing.
I don't mind 33076.
You know that we're a Florida company, right, Morgan?
I did not know.
We're out of Sarasota. Are you in Florida too, William?
Yeah, I'm here in the villages.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, if you're active here, like exclusive areas around me, like how, if
We have a
there's
lot.
like 40,000 agents in Broward County.
Yeah, you've got a lot of agents there.
Okay. Would you be looking for all residential, single family?
Yes, single family.
Perfect. And what's your ideal price range? Where do you want to be
Yeah,
working?
a million plus would be our deal. We've been
Okay.
working down to like 700, trying to get more listings.
Yeah. Well, and if we're looking for your ideal, right? If we're going to spend marketing dollars,
Yeah,
we want to make
yeah,
sure that,
yeah.
yeah. Now, what's a good zip code? 33076?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and generate your top 50 farm areas looking
Okay.
using the center of 33076.
Gotcha. You give like what, like a, I don't know, a range of 25 miles, or what's your
Oh, my range is 10 miles. That's what it
okay.
defaults to.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Mm-hmm.
that.
And as you can see, there's some good ones in here. Like Parkland Estates is small, but it's got some good stuff going on. The Cascada at Mar-a-Lago, that
Mm-hmm.
one got 16 points, and it's got the average turn rate of the area is 4.5%.
That's
And this
good.
one has a turnover rate of 6.9% over 5 years. You do not have any listings in the area. I'm glad you volunteered.
No.
Thank you, because I love showing that we do include that information. That if you do have listings, we'll take that into consideration. The average sale price is 1.36, so that's good. But we put in a
Okay.
huge range for you, so everything's going to be in that lower third. Well, most everything. And then there
So
is no
those are like
dominant
onesies and
agent.
twosies around there, and then to get 300, you just keep going out till you get it the minimum of 300.
Yeah, and the nice thing
So these
about
are
our
really
services,
targeted street by street. Uh-huh.
like some of them are, and some of them, like Stonebridge Country Club, that's 352. The Cascada at Mar-a-Lago is 594.
Okay, I got you. I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
So that'd be one
absolutely,
farm.
if you do find that you're picking from different areas and like 100 over here and 50 over here, we'll make sure that each of the mailers that we send out have relevant information on the inside. And even if you want to include different information in the paragraph and the front picture, we're happy to do up to 10 different ones
So
within that
that
300 minimum.
so those numbers I'm seeing in the green, what do those indicate? Like when it says like
And
whatever
that's just
40.
where they are on the map. That's just
Okay,
how we
location
identify from the
wise.
list to the map.
Gotcha. I see. That's your list number.
Yeah,
And so when you say
yeah.
Cascada 300, you're just doing the entire Cascada?
And actually
Okay.
that one, if an area, like sometimes we see areas that are like 3,000, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
let us know if you only want to farm some of it,
Yeah.
and
And you'll do the
we'll break
same
off a
farm,
chunk for
whatever.
you.
Yeah,
We'll just break
gotcha.
off a chunk of it for you if you see
Okay.
some that are ridiculously big.
I'm sorry, my eyes. So I'm seeing, okay, Parkland Estates, Emerald Point,
hmm
there's Country Club,
Um,
Osaboca, Eagle Glen,
yeah.
Mar-a-Lago. Okay.
Now, did you have a place that in mind that you did want to farm?
Well, we like we've been doing our own farming that we just we just kind of rationally came up with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it involves You know, I've got a printer. I've printed out. We've done 16-page color brochures, 8.5 by 11. Send those out to all the expired listings, and then follow
Okay.
that up with another 9 touches with 5 different postcards and 6x9 postcards and like 4 different letters on our branded letterhead and envelopes. And
Now,
just
what
haven't
kind of
been getting the
results?
results that we're looking not very good. You know, like
Yeah.
that's where we've been getting most of our listings, but not very good.
Well, and so some of the key features that I really like that about ours is that they can't avoid it because there is no envelope, right? So they're going to see your face
Mhm.
no matter what. And then we know some people are just going to absolutely just throw these away, but those aren't our people, right?
Yeah.
Anybody who's looking or knows like they have a big life event coming up where they're going to be selling their house, that free
Yeah.
market analysis is what really captures their attention, giving them
Hmm.
some insight into what that looks like.
Yeah. I do like the fact that, you know, yeah, it has the map with their house on it, pinned,
Hmm.
and the sales around it. And then if they click on the QR code, then we get instantly that lead. You
Yes,
know.
absolutely.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry to take up your
No, I love it when we get
presentation time.
interaction. I really appreciate it. Okay. Well, if there's is there any other questions that I can help out with?
So this presentation was for your folded 8.5 by 11 card.
Hmm.
Like, do you have pricing for just regular cards and stuff like that as well? Or like you're saying, like if they do that, they automatically follow it up with 6x9, you know, the whatever postcard with
Oh,
6
yeah, the
follow-up touches.
postcards. Hmm. Hmm. So if
Like
they
say they
scan that
hit the
QR
QR
code,
code, they automatically that's included in that price. They automatically follow that up with.
yes, it is. Hmm. And then here's an idea of some, like, here's for our just sold, just listed postcards. These are the 4x6 regular ones. This pricing over here on the left is for people who are farming with us. And this pricing over here is just available on the internet. The
Okay.
nice thing about when you are farming with us is we have that marketing assistant assigned to you
Mm-hmm.
who will help out with that postcard design, right? So rather
Yeah.
with you uploading and things like that, you'll have that marketing assistant, you'll have that discount, they'll make sure everything's on brand and consistent. And you can send those not just to your farm, but to your whole sphere of influence, whatever looks best for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Here's the pricing on the 8x5s and the panoramic ones. So there's a lot of different
Yeah.
things that we offer that is
Okay.
available.
Did I see Facebook postcards there?
You know, I wish I could speak more intelligently about our Facebook ads, but I don't know enough about them. I can have maybe Hannah get back to you or somebody else who can speak more directly to the Facebook ads.
Okay.
Mhm.
And is that postcard pricing? I can see that somewhere, or
Oh yeah, it's all available
it's
on our
on
website.
the okay. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to add
Mm-hmm.
that in addition. Yeah. Like okay.
Awesome.
Very
Well,
good,
thank you all
Molly.
for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
feel free to reach out. Use that calendar link. It's for me or a couple other the salespeople. So any of us would be more than willing to help you guys out. And remember, we do have that promo code for $10 off your first year
Sure.
monthly fee.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.